This is 35-year-old Reed Duran, and he was caught red-handed at a kindergarten looking for a child to abduct.
So you came here specifically looking for children?
I mean, come on, this is getting creepier and creepier.
On the 22nd of August, 2022, officers were dispatched to the St. Bridget Catholic School in Greene County, Ohio, following reports of an attempted kidnapping during a school event. When they arrived, officers found a rather calm Duran and a very angry father.
We walked up to the door and there was a line of adults. I looked at him, I said, "You can go in." I thought he was waiting for a wife or something, and he looked at me up and down and kind of smiled and went to say hi. I said, "Hey." He stood over my daughter's desk. He told me that he saw her picture. He stood over my daughter's desk and had conversations with her teacher about, "I will get this. What stuff do I need? She, where's your Kleenex? Where's your pencil? I'll get this. I'll get that. Are you the father?" "Yes."
He asked me, "Is this where the supplies go?" And pointed to the supply table.
Okay. And then, are you a teacher?
Mom.
Mom.
This
Okay.
is my wife, and we have a daughter. You go with
Okay.
in kindergarten. You should be kindergarten.
When he first came in, he was hanging out in the lobby.
He said he drove by. I
Yeah.
said, "How did you pick? You're from Fairborn." He said, "My daughter's name is Jocelyn." He said, "Jocelyn." He said he drove by and saw everything.
Before the police arrived, Duran found his way into a classroom and was barely inches away from the child he was trying to kidnap before he was stopped. While the parents complained to one officer, Duran told the other officer a whole different story.
I'm just going off of what I've heard so far. They're trying to get the more of the full story right now, but from what I've heard, you basically said that you knew a kid here, or you had a kid that went here. They asked you who that kid was, and you couldn't give him a kid name. And I'm trying to figure out why you're saying that.
Where are you at again?
So you came here, you gave a name with the J, right? Is what you're trying to say. For what reason did you do that? Be part of this group here? Was it more or less how to, like, why did you want to be part of the group? Because obviously you said you're having some psychological issues, right? That you admitted to me. You said that you were trying to get the GMH, correct? And I'm taking that you drove by here and you saw everybody out here, correct? How did you, that's all I'm not understanding. So you drove here, correct? You're trying to get the GMH. But it's not making sense how you ended up here and why you ended up here if you're trying to go to the GMH.
Duran's story wasn't adding up, and the officers sensed something fishy. Meanwhile, the child's father was quickly losing his patience and wanted something done immediately.
Sir, you need to put him in the car. Sir, you need to walk away. You need to walk away. I need you to understand. Sir, you get me. Sir, I am hearing you. Sir, walk that way. Walk that way. Did you hear me? Walk that way. Walk that way. Tell me you heard what I said. Sir, I'm asking. Walk that way.
Up until now, the officers were not entirely sure how to handle the suspect. That is, until he confessed to having pills in his car.
Say. Well, he says there's coke and pills in his trunk that he's letting us go through. So we might have that, but yeah. Yeah, so as far as this goes, I don't have anything unless I mean, look up anything in the ORC, but I don't. Right. Right. Yep. A loose pill, but I looked up, doesn't look like it's anything.
The search of the vehicle did not yield anything. No drugs were found, and it started to seem like maybe Duran had just been misunderstood all along. That's when a school staff member notified the officers that they had found someone's clothes in the boys' restroom.
I mean, come on, this is getting creepier and creepier. There's clothes in the boys' bathroom and the bag. He changed his clothes.
Not like this. This is the first time I've ever heard anything like this before. So,
So what was your intent when you were looking that up? What were you trying to do? Was it people, children, families, what? Just talk to me. Tell me. Okay. So you came here specifically looking for children. Okay. Okay, so you're attracted to children?
His shocking revelations were only getting worse. Next, he would go on to tell the officer how he selected the child to target.
So, was it online? Okay, so you knew that name before you got here. Okay, so you. All right, so walk me through. You came in. How'd you get in? Were you let in? Was the door unlocked? Can you explain that to me? Okay, so you walked in with the families. All right, then where did you go from there? Okay, what'd you do in the bathroom? Why'd you change your clothing? Just answer me. Why'd you change your clothing?
The officers had heard enough and needed the suspect at the station for further questioning. There, Duran suddenly had a sudden and unexpected change of heart.
Put your hands behind your back now. Stop. Put your hands behind your back now. You kidding me right now? You kidding me?
His attempt at stabbing the officer was a failure. Reed Duran was subsequently charged with felonious assault, attempted kidnapping, escape, and criminal trespass. He could spend up to 29 years in prison and pay fines of up to $50,250 if found guilty. Our next case follows 35-year-old Mario Smith, a serial who assaulted his victim for half a decade. It all started in 2016 when Smith began a relationship with a single mother of one. Instead of stepping up as a father, however, Smith took advantage of his girlfriend's trust and began her 6-year-old daughter. In 2021, the Covington Police Department finally obtained a warrant for his arrest, but before they could execute it, Smith abandoned everything and fled to Cincinnati, Ohio. A few months later, Cincinnati PD received a tip about his location and were on their way to apprehend the slippery predator.
Good morning.
What the hell?
Will you just come down and talk to me? Good morning.
I got you. Can I bring my kids down?
Well,
5.
why don't you just come down here and we'll figure out what we need to do. That is the girlfriend. I don't know what kind of a sign that is when she wants to get all her kids out. Yeah, that's cool. Perhaps. Good morning. Can you step back here and talk to me? Do you mind? We got a tip about a person that has a warrant. Do you know him? Okay. Is he here? Were you aware that he had a warrant?
No,
You weren't.
not at all.
Who is this to you?
My boyfriend.
Okay. And does he stay with you normally?
I mean, it's one of them situations where he come over sometimes and one of them type things.
Okay. All right. You weren't aware that he had a warrant.
No.
Okay. Are you Miss Clark?
Yes.
Smith's unspeakable actions were first noticed in 2018 when school teachers realized that his girlfriend's 8-year-old daughter had been, but she refused to expose the culprit. Now he was on the run, living with a mother of 5 who had no idea how dangerous he was. She was even willing to lie on his behalf.
What's this door look to?
That's their back door.
First
don't know.
When's the last time you saw him?
A few days ago.
Okay. Have the police been here before for this?
So last week, actually a week today, the police came out and I was gone. My sister was here and they told her that they were here because of reports of some drug activity back here and that people were cutting through the grass. And I called the district trying to figure out what was going on because, like I said, I wasn't here. So I called the district to try to figure out what was going on. And then that was it. But it was, I think, exactly a week today.
Okay. All right. Let me talk to my boss. You handle it just for a second right here.
Okay.
Let me talk to my boss and see how he wants to handle this, okay? But so we're clear. Look at me.
Hey, Tony.
We go up here and he's here and you've lied to us that you're going to jail too, okay? So I don't want you to get yourself in trouble because we're gonna handle this differently if he's there. We're just gonna tell him to come out. I don't want to surprise anybody in a closet. I don't want to get surprised. That's when bad things happen. So if you want to think about that for a minute, I'll come back and talk to you, okay? After thinking about it, are you still sure he's not here?
What is the one?
He's here.
What's your what?
Yeah, kids. It's from Kentucky.
Have a seat right here.
Smith was in the building, and everybody knew it. With the help of a now very cooperative mother, all 5 kids were safely taken outside, and it was time to storm the building.
Here.
See ya.
Off. No, here. Check. Leave it. Check. Find it.
Couple things. We're moving to the 3rd floor.
Here. Here. Off.
Cincinnati Police K-9. Call out and surrender now, or we will release the dog to locate you, and you will be bitten when found. Final warning, anyone upstairs, call out and surrender now, or we will release the dog to locate you, and you will be bitten when found.
After thoroughly searching most of the building, the officers still could not find the elusive suspect. The only place left was the basement, and it was only a matter of time before the canine would sniff him out.
Show us your hands right now, both of them.
Relax. Shut up.
Go to your side. Get that when we send you up. Gotta get toward you.
Get them out.
Watch your head.
Smith was finally apprehended after years of repeatedly assaulting a minor. He showed no remorse for his actions as he was led to the squad car. Mario Smith was charged with and subsequently convicted of abuse. He was sentenced to life in prison for his crimes. Next, we head to Dickinson County, Michigan. On the 21st of July, 2023, 59-year-old Todd Allen Stafford traveled almost 200 miles from southern Wisconsin to the Iron Mountains to have sexual relations with a 15-year-old girl. Fortunately, the police were well aware of his intentions and set up an ambush for the unsuspecting predator.
Open the door! Open the door! Open the door! Get your seatbelt off!
Hands up!
Take your seatbelt off. Get out. Get out. Get out. On the ground. Get on the ground. Get on the ground.
Get on the ground!
Get on the ground. Hands behind your back.
What's going on?
Told you I was at the tennis court.
I don't know what's going on here. Well, we'll explain to you in a second. What's going on?
I told you I was at the tennis court.
This wasn't Stafford's first visit up Iron Mountain. He had come the previous summer and assaulted the 15-year-old at a motel. Unknown to Stafford, the child's parents had become aware of the disgusting act and promptly involved the police, who then meticulously lured him back for another visit. Of course, Stafford continued to deny everything.
I don't know who you're talking about. I just came to the park today.
I know you came to the park because I told you I was at the tennis court. I told you I'd meet you here at 6:45.
What does that got to do with anything? I was just driving through.
Okay. Well, we can talk to you about it some more. All right?
What's going on here?
We can talk to you. You want to talk to us about it?
Well, what? Coming into the park?
Yeah.
I came into the park.
We'll go.
I guess you could give me the right for why I'm being arrested here.
Criminal conduct. First degree.
I did not do any conduct. I just came here to the park.
All right, we'll talk about it. Let's have a seat in the car.
Todd Allen Stafford was charged with and subsequently convicted of 3 counts relating to predation of a minor, 1 count of coercion and enticement of a minor, and 2 counts of interstate travel with intent to engage in illicit conduct. He could be sentenced to life in prison if found guilty. This is 32-year-old Jack William Morgan, and for more than a year, he and his partner Sophie had been scheming for a way to get Jack's ex-girlfriend, Jane Preba, back into his life. On the 31st of January 2017, neighbors watched as Jack broke into an apartment in Las Vegas, Nevada, and snatched Jane from her home. The authorities were immediately notified and were able to catch the criminal duo less than 12 hours away during a traffic stop in Espanola, New Mexico.
Stop! Get on your knees. Keep your hands up. Put your hands behind your head and your legs and fingers. Got it. I got him.
According to the victim, Jack knocked her unconscious before tying her up in chains and driving to New Mexico. When the deputies finally got to Jack's vehicle, the relief on Jane's face was palpable.
Put a camera on this thing.
Got a camera. Do you need a...
Oh my God, thank you.
Okay.
Got it? Rolling?
I got rolling.
Okay,
Okay, we're gonna get you out of here, okay? We're gonna get you out of here.
Do you need me to say anything about what happened or anything?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just hold on for now, okay? Just hold on, okay?
Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, make sure we get photographs of it.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I don't want to. And she understands what I'm going to do.
Okay.
So she's cool with it.
Okay, well, let's
Okay,
Yes,
let's back him up. Let's go inside. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead. I know. Go ahead. Close it.
Got enough light there?
Dude, I don't know. There's another one out there somewhere. Okay, got it. I got pictures of her and I got pictures of the chains. Okay, come this way. Hold it.
There. Got another hand, okay?
Got it? Hold on, hold on. You have to check, no?
He had me earlier and I got him to take him.
Hold this one.
Got it. Cookie, there you go.
Police documents show that Jack planned on taking Jane to a cave he had freshly dug up where he would brainwash her into loving him again. Thankfully, his plan had failed magnificently, and Jane had just barely survived the harrowing ordeal.
He dragged me out of the place and I fought so hard because I was like, this is how you die. And I think a neighbor saw me getting dragged out. He just out like 6 times because I kept fighting so hard.
Okay, did you lose consciousness when he was you?
Yes, like 6, out 6 times.
Okay.
You guys want to pull one of your units up here and put her in it?
That's all I was just gonna see if that's alright with you guys. I don't know whose it is, so.
I wear glasses and he like, they're wrecked on the floor of my apartment.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull my unit up. I'm gonna put her in the back so she can stay down.
We have an ambulance on the way to check you out, okay?
Did you roll in 55?
Affirmative, sir. They are en route.
Yeah, but we have the female. Let them know that she's safe. We got her.
Do you guys need my information?
Yeah, I do. Do you know your social?
Yep.
Oh, but you're from Nevada?
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas, Nevada?
Nevada, yeah.
Let me qualify this when you clear on her name and date of birth. Nevada.
Go ahead.
What's your first name?
Jane.
First name Jane. Last name? What's your birthday?
November the 19th, 1988.
November 1988.
Oh my god, I'm so thankful.
Okay, you wanna have a seat in here, warm up? Alright?
Thank you.
Yeah. Alright, I got the heater cranked up too, so let me know if you need anything, okay?
Jack, William Morgan, and Sophie were charged with the kidnapping of Jane Priba. Sophie pleaded guilty and was sentenced to more than 5 years in prison. As for Jack, he pleaded not guilty but was still sentenced to life in prison. Click the video on screen and watch as I delve further into more cases.